Hey guys, Ben here from Velflex. Now this is the How You Press It series. Now what we've got the AS Color Cyrus Windbreaker jacket right here. Now guys, this is a 100% recycled polyester jacket for sort of light showers, that sort of thing. Really lightweight, easy to pack in, backpack, something like that. But a couple of things that we're gonna have to learn when we're printing this or be just careful of. 100% recycled polyester, we're finding shrinks a little bit under the heat press, so giving it a good pre-press is important. Make sure that you stabilize the fabric before you do the application of the transfer. It'll stop any cockling or anything like that, and make sure the application's nice and easy and consistent. That's really important. It's super thin, so it's gonna heat up really quickly as well. So we don't have to be doing long presses, guys, especially if we're gonna do a pre-press. We say it was a 5-second pre-press, you do a 5-second application, okay guys? Now the only other thing you got to think about is there's hidden pockets on the inside, the zip at the top here, there is a zip pocket through the middle here as well, so this little zip here. So guys, we don't want to be pressing those zippers under the heat press. You will damage them, break them, that sort of thing. And we don't want to be doing that because then you can't sell the garments to the client. Certainly not worth as much with broken zippers and things. So guys, I'm going to show you how to do it. Printing onto the back, super easy, 5-second pre-press, 5-second application, 145 degrees. Guys, you would, no problems whatsoever, that'd be easy. Now, we're gonna do the front to show you the front here. So I'm just gonna slide it on. I've got the dual air fusion here that I'm working on. So, cool, I'm just gonna feed it on there, get it nice and straight and square, pull it forward a little bit here. Now, this is what we gotta think about, guys, is this zip here, there's nothing we can do about it. It's right in the middle. It's gonna be right where the pressure is, okay? So we don't wanna break this, so we're gonna have to use a pad here, guys. So I'm gonna open that up. The other thing to think about is see inside, see this little pad here as well, this bit of fabric, it's actually this pocket, so we can always just push it down there and make sure it's nice and flat down that way, okay? Cool, I'm gonna grab square little transfer, and we're gonna do a transfer press just up here, okay? Just on the left chest. So I'm gonna slide that in there. Now, you could absolutely have that little pad taped down onto your bigger pad, bigger sort of plate here. You could tape down so it's in the spot always as you're pressing on. It's feeding the jackets on, it'll just make it faster for you. If you're using pads like this though, where we're raising here to press here, something you've got to be really conscious of is that the top plate will seesaw unless you put a bit of padding elsewhere, right? So we've just got offcuts, that sort of thing. I've got another small one right here. We can put that there. What it means is I've got one here, one here, one here. The top plate's gonna come down, it's gonna press evenly. The only other thing to consider when you're using little pads is we've focused the pressure from a big area, we focused all of that pressure into smaller areas, guys. So we need to make sure that respectively we've dropped our pressure, okay? I'm gonna be doing about 1.5 bar of pressure here because what I don't wanna do is create a heat mark or anything like that. So I don't want too much pressure, but also this fabric is so thin, I don't need to squash it too much or anything like that. So cool, so we've got our pad, nice, perfect spot right there. I'm just gonna close this zip up as well so it's nice and even. There we go. We're gonna do a quick pre-press, okay? So bring it across, and this is gonna stabilize that 100% recycled polyester, okay? We're gonna do it 5 seconds. 1.4 bar is what's telling me. Cool, 1.5 is where it was set. Cool, it's gonna move away. Cool, and now what I've got is I've got a nice flat area to press, okay? And we don't have too much marking or anything like that, which is perfect, exactly what we want. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our transfer and we're just gonna line up. We're just doing a nice little transfer here right now, lining up the bottom of the X with the bottom of the zip. Perfect spot there. Gonna line up that center as well, just down to the edge of that zip right there. Cool. Bring it across. Now on our press here, I'm just gonna go back to the first press. You can have multiple presses set up with different settings. Okay, we're just gonna do another 1.5 bar, 5 seconds. There it goes, done. and just giving that a quick peel, just like that. Excellent. Now that there, we've got a beautiful application. We haven't marked the actual jacket or anything like that too much. It's nice and flat. You can sort of see that where it's perfectly flat, but there's a little bit of a pucker, like the fabric did shrink a little bit, okay? What we want to do is you want to take that out, and you might even just give it a bit of a rough up, that sort of thing, just to, nothing like only half ironing a shirt, guys. But there you go, that is a perfect application of a transfer onto the Cyrus Windbreaker there from AS Color. Great little jacket, sports jacket, light rain, that sort of thing. Remember guys, this will heat up really quickly. Be careful of the zips and the pockets and things like that. We don't want to break those zippers. 5-second pre-press to get any shrinkage out of the fabric, stabilize it, get heat into it, 5-second application. If you wanted to, just to be sure as well, you could give it like a 2-second post-press after peeling the plastic. You could give it a couple of seconds just to be sure, because that would give you that premium sort of you know it absolutely is done right, guaranteed application. Guys, any questions? Check out our other videos, the AS Color Cyrus Windbreaker. Cheers guys.